Alright guys, welcome to part 2 on the 1986 Kawasaki KX125. Last video we looked over these two bikes, both 1986, and we found that this bike had the better compression, so we decided to dig into this engine and see if we could get it running, and we did last video. All we had to do was clean out the carburetor. We looked at the spark plug. I think this thing had like 185 pounds of compression, somewhere around there. And then this one had like 165, I believe. So pretty high compression for both bikes. The pipe was missing on this one, so we put the pipe on there and then got the silencer all together. We found that last video that there's a big hole in the radiator right here, and we were going to patch that up, but we've got another radiator right over here on this bike. So what we're going to do is swap out the radiator. This one should be fine, I believe. Yeah, it just looks like it's got paint chips, but I think that radiator is going to be fine. So we're going to swap that out, put that on there, and try and make one complete bike. We also have to swap over the clutch cable. There's a good clutch cable on this one. I believe it's still good. So we'll swap that over as well. And then we gotta figure out the sprockets. The sprocket's really bad. If you look at that. I mean, they're probably the worst I've seen. The front and the back, look how worn out those are. So we'll be taking the chain off. The chain's super tight on here too, which isn't good. So we'll be taking that off and trying to replace that as well. I ordered up some gas line for this thing, so that's coming soon. And then we'll have to look for a shroud as well. But yeah, this bike is almost done. So let's get this thing together and take her for a rip. Should be pretty fun. Also, we gotta get this rust off the rotor. I think front and back are rusty. Or is it just the front? Oh, the back one's not too bad. Oh, we also have to swap out that back tire. This one's really bald. This one over here looks pretty good. So we got lots of work to do. Let's get started, and hopefully we can take this thing for a ride. I think first thing we're gonna do is get the radiator swapped out. So let's get this radiator off. Take this guy out. The fins. This thing should be loose now. There's a tube up here for it. Right up here. We gotta take off. And then there's one back here at the bottom right here. So let's get that off, and this thing should come right off. Alright, radiator off of there. We can see the damage done right there. There's the hole. And this is squeezed pretty tight there. So it must have crashed at one point. But yeah, it's just leaking right through there. We're gonna grind that down and then fill it in with JB Weld for the next bike. But yeah, otherwise the radiator fins are all pretty decent. Not too bent or anything, so those are all pretty good. Alright, this is the radiator off the other bike. You can see it's a little bent, but that's fine as long as it holds fluid. You can't see it when it's on the bike. So we'll try to install that and see if it leaks. Alright, that's all put back on. I guess let's see if it holds fluid. see, so far, no drips at all. Looks like we're good. Oh, see a drip coming from somewhere. I think one of the clamps is just a little bit loose. I don't see any more drips coming. So I think we fixed that. So far so good. Alright, no leaking. That's good. I think that's fixed. This clutch cable is the one that's broken. It's missing the wire. You can see there's no wire through it. Well, it's got the wire right here, but it's broken off. So we've got the other one from the other bike. We're gonna swap that in now. Down. Where it needs to go, right there. It's gonna come through. Let's see. I believe like that. Like that, and then this pulls through like that. This will be hooked in here. Actually, let's try to find a different lever. Here's the old broken off piece. Let's try to find a different clutch lever that'll work. Alright, we got the new clutch lever on there. Looking pretty good. Clutch works. So that's all fixed. Let's see. What is the next thing? Let's get the gas line on there. This gas line's a little short for it. Alright, got that little piece off of there. That was on there pretty good. Looks like that petcock is... looks like it's broken anyway. Might need a new petcock on there. Huh. You can see the bottom lever is broken off. I think the only way to twist it is with a screwdriver now. Alright, this petcock has a little knob right there. Let's try to rob this one off of here. See what that looks like. Doesn't look too bad. See, it goes on and off. Alright, let's swap that out to the other tank. Alright, we got the old one off. You can see it doesn't have the little knob on it like this one does. So, we'll replace it with this one. No, I broke it. This will go up in there. Hopefully that O-ring's still fine. Alright, that looks a little better. That should work pretty good. Just gotta get the gas line on. Put some clamps on there. That should be good to go. All right, on to the next step. I think we should get this old chain off of here. It's probably gonna be the next step. You can see that the old master link is right there. Let's get that guy off there. There we go. Wasn't really on there too well. Alright, so this sprocket, you can see the teeth are like completely worn down on it. So let's get that off. There's a little clip right here holding that on. Kind of pull it up. I clip like that, and the sprocket should come off. Looks like it doesn't matter which way it goes. But we'll come over to this bike and rob that sprocket off of there. Oh, come on. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. There we go. And we'll go put this one on here. Should line up perfectly, I would think. There we go. And then this guy. Alright, that sprocket's a lot better. Comparing the two, look how worn down those teeth were. Crazy. Alright, let's try to get this back wheel off of here. Might be a little bit challenging. Nope. That one's not even good enough. 27, wow. Sucker is on there. Oh. Alright, let's see if the 30 works on here. Yeah, that one will work. Coming. at that sucker. Alright, we greased up the bolt. Let's see if this one fits on here. Should. Guess we'll find out here. This will come off like that. Alright, chain is on, back wheel is on, nice and tight. Bearings feel good in there. The only thing we're missing is the chain roller guard right here. And the other one broke off as well. So we can see this one broke off. Just dangling there. It's really brittle. Alright, so this brake lever, you can see it's missing the little peg that sticks off of it. We're going to swap that one out with the one over here. See, it was missing this little piece right here. So we're going to take this one and use that one. Alright, that's off of there. Let's go replace it. Alright, back brake. Perfect. That's all fixed. Alright, let's try to get this black paint off of here. You can see on the other side it doesn't have it, so I'm guessing somebody tried painting it at one point. I think it would look a lot better without that paint right there. We're going to be using some citrus strip. Shake that up a little bit. We'll lather that on pretty. We're gonna let that sit for a couple hours. All right, we got the wire wheel and the brush. Let's try to clean up this pipe a bit. A little brake cleaner to clean it off here. Using some flame-proof VHT paint. It'll harden up once the bike runs. Alright, that looks pretty good. All painted up. Let me do the other side of the pipe as well. Underneath there. Looking pretty good. Alright guys, cleaned it up a little bit, took off some of the stickers. We're going to leave that one in the tank for right now. But you can see it's looking a lot better. Come around to the front. Clean up the rims and all that fun stuff. Handlebars, seat. Everything's pretty clean on it now. We're going to strip off the paint right there. It's been about an hour, so we're going to see if that comes off. But everything's kind of shined up and ready to go. One more thing I have to do is change out the shifter. See how that shifter's kind of bent? So we're gonna put the other one on there. But yeah, she's looking pretty good. All right, so we got the new shifter on there. It's looking a lot better. That's the new shifter. IMS shifter. Let's do the oil change next. Not much oil in it. It's kind of gray too, but it's not white, so that's good. See any metal chunks in there? No, I don't feel anything. Not yet, anyway. We'll let that drain for a bit. Take off the cap up here. There we go. Draining a little bit better. Oh, there's quite a bit in there. Yeah, it feels pretty smooth. Good. Alright, we're going to dump 0.6 liters in, which is 600 milliliters. So 600 is right there. So in total there's 1 quart, which is 946 millimeters, 950. So we're gonna have 350 milliliters left over. Dump a little bit of that in. Alright, so we've got 350 left over. That means there's 600 milliliters in there. Perfect. Alright, I let this sit for about an hour and a half. And getting impatient, so let's see if we can scrape off the paint. Looks like it's coming off. For the most part. There's a couple hard places. Alright, we'll work at that for a bit. Come back. Alright, most of the black came off, but we're gonna have to put another layer of the paint stripper on there and then come back tomorrow and see what it looks like, because it took off most of it, but still quite a bit left. Alright, we mixed up some 40-to-1 and dumped that in. Alright, is the petcock gonna work? Let's see. Oh yeah. Sweet. Alright, that works great. Alright, let's see if she fires up. We've got new coolant in it for the first time. We've got gas in it, 40-1. The carburetor is leaking a little bit. I gotta fix that still, but let's just see if it starts up. And let's see if that coolant leaks. Hopefully it doesn't. Alright, sounds really good. Fired right up. It's smoking out of the pipe right here because it is cracked. You can see the crack in the pipe. I've got to weld that up at some point. I think I might take it out to my parents and weld that up. I've got my welder out there. We'll try to weld that, repair that. Carburetor's leaking a little bit, so we gotta fix that as well. We're gonna try to get it to idle quick. There's the idle adjustment right here. I loosened up that 10mm nut on there, so we're gonna try to spin that, get it to idle nicely, and we'll go from there. Alright, I'd say that idles perfectly. I think next video we'll repair all that stuff, the pipe, make the carburetor stop leaking, and then take it for a ride. So stay tuned for next video. Can't wait to rip this thing around. It definitely looks a lot better than what it did look like when I first started. I'm not seeing any leaks from the coolant, so it looks like that's holding up. Check the other side for leaks. Looking at the head gasket, the water pump seal. Could be leaking, but everything looks like it's in good shape. The pipe paint turned out great. The rims shined up nice and good. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned for next video. And until next time, we are out.